right, my friends, welcome back. It's been a hot minute since we posted anything, and the reason for that is because, man, I have been swamped, super busy with my job. End of the semester, we had finals, we had big projects due. My students presented to city council. It was really exciting. We had 10 graduate students walk yesterday and get their degrees, so it's been really busy. We had a whole hooding ceremony for them. It's been a really fun but densely packed couple of weeks, and so finally, other than a little bit of grading left to still do and posting some grades, I'm over the hump, and this is fantastic because it is 65 degrees out today. Beautiful, wonderful day in northern Arizona, and I want to head out and do something fun to warm up the bike and to have a little adventure before the snows come. So we are headed west today, essentially out Interstate 40. I'm hoping we don't actually have to go on the interstate for very long, but I'd like to head out towards the town of Williams and see if we can find a way to hike up a mountain known as Davenport Hill. So this is a smaller mountain that I noticed last time we were coming up from the valley, and I passed Bill Williams Peak, and I said, what's that mountain over there? I'd never noticed it before, and that's when I looked it up and saw that it was a mountain called Davenport Hill. So it gets up to about 8,000 feet. It does look like there is a trail that goes to the summit, so that's where we're gonna try to get to today. We're gonna try to get out there, park the bike, and take the small trail up to the summit. I just think it's a nice, simple, fun way to enjoy this beautiful day. So let's get out there and get to it. This is actually the original Route 66 right here. So I don't know how many years ago, several decades ago, when the interstate systems were built, I-40 became the main highway through this section. So this historic portion of Route 66 has just been sort of left here off to the side to be forgotten. All right, so the trail should be popping out somewhere in here. I'm not feeling very hopeful right now. Is this it? I bet you this is it right here. Ha ha ha! We found it! This road is fantastic. Exactly what I was hoping for. Just a little fun romp through the woods. Okay, it's definitely getting a little chunky in here. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, we're getting a little rocky. All right, well, the trail is supposed to cross right at this crest up here, if I'm reading my map correctly. We found it. Geez, this trail looks like it hasn't been used in years. I mean, you can kind of see it. Wild. Well, this is going to be fun. I'm excited. All right, let's get set up. All right, well, we have parked. As you can see, we're in our hiking gear, and we are about to head up this very overgrown and unused trail. I've got to tell you that what I was hoping for today was to get into the woods, not see a single soul, be on a road and on some trails that really feel just detached from civilization, and get to a trail that is exactly like this, that looks like it's very rarely used, and it's just going to be us in the wilderness today. And that is just absolutely my jam. That is what I want today. I just want to be lost in the woods. So I have no idea if this trail is going to be followable. I have my map, so we at least have that. I've actually got a paper map of the area as well. So we should be able to at least get to the top of the mountain. And again, this is not going to be just a simple jaunt up this trail. I mean, if the map is correct, it's got some switchbacks. It's got at least 500 feet of climb. So we're in for a little bit of a workout. That's what I'm trying to say. So this summit here is actually a false summit. So we're coming around the back of it, and we're somewhere up over there is the actual summit. So it's kind of funny, even on a 1.5 mile climb, we have to be fooled by false summits. This is going to become one of those little secret gems when I'm in a foul mood or need to clear my head. Much like I do with Woody Mountain, I might say. Time to take a trip out to Davenport to immerse myself in the quiet woods. All right, we're starting to see some snowdrifts up here, a little higher up. Oh yeah, here we go. We have snow on the trail. I think we can handle it. Oh wow, yeah, look at the view of, there's Bill Williams right there with the snow on it. Pretty cool. I can't express just how nice this feels to be on a quiet trail, all by myself, climbing a seemingly insignificant mountain that no one else is probably even thinking about today. Having just gone to graduation yesterday, celebrating my 10 graduating master students. 10. It's a lot. And, you know, you'd think doing this and being an instructor, you know, a faculty member, that I would be so obviously extroverted when it comes to spending time around people in person. And that's just not the case. When I spend that much time sort of in gatherings and all that social energy that it takes me to get through, you know, hooding 10 students and graduating 10 students and just dealing with all the large crowds and all the hugs and handshakes, and it takes a lot out of me. Really does. I only have a limited supply of sort of group social energy. And so I was really depleted last night, and I went to bed early. Woke up this morning feeling ridiculously refreshed. And I checked my Garmin watch, which I wear when I sleep, and it gives me like this sleep score. And I got a 96 sleep score. I have never gotten a sleep score above 90 before. So it was like my body was like, I can finally rest. And I got apparently some of the best sleep I've had all year last night. And I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna go for a run. I felt great, just trotting along down the trail. And oh man, it's like a weight lifted, all that end of the semester anxiety. Oh man, it looks like we're gonna get views of the San Francisco peaks as well. I can see snow-capped mountains through the trees. That lone dead tree on the top of the summit. How about that? Davenport Hill, 7805. Yeah, right there are the San Francisco peaks back towards Flagstaff, and they are snowy. So the peak on the left, which I'll zoom into while I'm editing later, that is Humphreys Peak. So that is Arizona's highest point right there. And we have like the cutest little Charlie Brown Christmas tree right here. Look at that. That is adorable. I almost want to put like one little red Christmas ball on it. Well, I'm looking around for any sort of USGS benchmark amidst the volcanic rocks. Look at that. That is a beautiful basalt flow. You can actually see the lava flow on that. I think the ground right at this cool volcanic rock here is the highest point on the peak. If you look around, What a fantastic hike. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera off and just enjoy this descent on my own, and see you back at the bike. All right, we've made it back to the motorcycle, and the whole trip took us almost exactly 1 hour, 58:38. So yeah, we made it back in an hour. Fantastic. Let's pack up and get headed home. Well, looks like I'm gonna get stuck behind a train getting home here. That's all right. All right, well, we are back. It is now nighttime. I'm sitting here editing the footage in the glow of the Christmas tree, and I am just stoked for how the day went. Being able to get lost on a remote trail on a very unknown and remote mountain in the middle of nowhere with not a single person around. It was just like all that semester stress melted away. It was fantastic. And when I brought the bike home, I did a full-on winterization, oil change, fluid checks, fuel stabilizer, just the whole run. And the bike is now sitting in the garage and tucked in for bed for the winter. Now the Ibex is still up and running, so I have a few more adventures planned on that, at least until we start getting the big snowfall. So until then, enjoy the holidays, everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.